let's talk about these Phoenix Suns, man. They wouldn't pop brooms out on Denver. They're going on to the Western Conference Finals. So my question to you guys is, between the two remaining teams, the Clippers and the Utah Jazz, which one of these teams have the best chance of defeating the Suns? Let's start with you, Hank.
To be honest, I would take the Clippers over the Jazz to beat the Suns simply because the Clippers are ready-made and built to stop a scoring wing. And if they do what they're supposed to do, and in spurts, Kawhi Leonard has been able to do and be who we expect him to be. And with that, he can make it difficult for Devin Booker. Not saying that he's going to be able to stop Devin Booker. Devin Booker is a prolific scorer. I believe he's in the top 5 right now in playoff scoring of people that's left. So with that, you are going to need somebody that not only can match his scoring output, but is going to be able to irritate him and make it difficult. And the Jazz have great team defense, but individual defense is going to be more difficult for the Jazz to deal with Devin Booker, deal with Chris Paul than the Clippers, who they just have defenders all over the court, even on the bench.
I'm going to have to go with the Jazz. I said earlier, prior, I have the Jazz going to the finals against the Brooklyn Nets. And the reason why I got that is because of Donovan Mitchell. We all know what he did in the bubble. And that man is a star. D-Wade, part 2, basically, right?
Yeah.
And you forgot, the Jazz is the best three-point shooting team in the league. So I'm going to go with the best. You talking about how the Clippers got to worry about the Suns. The Suns got to worry about the Jazz and stopping that 3-ball. So I got the 3-ball. I'm going to take over the Clippers. And they got the defensive player of the year. And they're having so much success out with Mike Conley being out. So once they have that point back, have done
ball, yes, the Jazz shot it the best in the sense of shot it the most per game, but the Clippers had the best percentage throughout the year. So they aren't scrubs when it comes to the 3-ball. They aren't just a middle of the pack team when it comes to the 3-ball. And when it comes to free throws, the Clippers are the best as well.
Listen, we all know on this show, I'm a diehard PG fan, Paul George fan, but I'm losing hope in him. And I'm going to lose hope if he went against the Suns. He's so inconsistent. Kawhi cannot do it all by himself against the Suns. You just mentioned the Jazz, that team, they have more chemistry than the Clippers.
I agree.
So I'm taking that team that has more chemistry, that move the ball more well, and me personally, has a better coach.
If Paul George did exercise his demons, though, if Paul George is back to playoff P, we might be looking at the Western Conference representative in the championships, because they, with a 30-point scorer and defender in Paul George, then a 30-point scorer and defender in Kawhi Leonard, if they're both playing at the highest level. I'm not saying that they're going to do that. I'm saying if Paul George has exercised his demons, this is a horrifying team for anybody that has to see them in the playoffs.
If that was to happen, I'll be a millionaire by now by all the bets
I
I'm
agree.
doing with Paul George. He's been making me lose money. So
FanDuel, absolutely.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Rod, man. I like the Jazz more so than the Clippers. Really, just because I like the Jazz interior defense, Rudy Gobert. I mean, the Clippers don't have that. They don't. I don't really see too much that they have to match up with DeAndre Ayton. And I mean, like the Suns are full of shooters. You know, they like to score the ball just like the Jazz like to score the ball. I don't think the Clippers will have enough firepower, even if Kawhi was to put up 30 a game, PG putting up 30 a game. If everybody else contribute 40, I mean, that's still only 100 points. And we know the Suns and the Jazz, they coming with 115, 120. They putting points up every night, even though both of them are pretty decent defending teams. But speaking of the defense, what do you guys think that needs to be done defensively to slow down this Suns team?
It's very simple.
Yeah.
If Chris Paul is in a rhythm, the Suns are in a rhythm. If Chris Paul isn't in a rhythm, the Suns aren't in a rhythm. So with that, you have to get Chris Paul in a place where he has to score and not facilitate. If he's able to run the offense, slow the game down, set his plays, and get everybody in the positions that he wants them in, it's not many set defenses that can stop him at quarterback. And I'm talking about on the basketball court, not even on the football field. He's a quarterback out there. So with that, you have to speed him up. You have to get in transition. You have to get up in him. You have to be physical with Chris Paul, and you have to make him into a scorer. If he's facilitating, if he's running the offense, it's going to be difficult. Also, we have to give our flowers to DeAndre Ayton for his first playoffs. He's averaging a double-double right now. He's playing defense. He's coming with high energy, and he's gone up against the likes of Anthony Davis. He's going up against some of the others, and he's making it easy. He was able to do some things with Joker that we didn't expect. Joker was able to have his way offensively, but that's the MVP. But still on the defensive side, Joker just couldn't stand there and disrupt DeAndre. DeAndre was able to do his thing, and this is his first playoffs. He's been instrumental in them winning these two series against the Lakers and against the Nuggets.
I agree.
Also, I would say bench scoring. Lately, the Suns' bench scoring has been good, especially with Cameron Payne running the back guard, point guard. And I feel like the Jazz, they got somebody that could do that with Jordan Clarkson.
True.
6-man. So definitely the Jazz. Like, even if they had Jordan Clarkson as 6-man, they got bench scoring as well to keep up with the Suns. Clippers don't got bench scoring like that.
They should. How much is who's making $64 million and can barely make the floor? Is it Luke Kennard? Can't make the court for the Clippers. What about the savior, the floor general for the Clippers that had 2 DNPs, playoff Rondo?
That's on the coaching.
They're supposed to have a bench. They don't right now, though.
Yeah.
That's a downfall. Yeah, if they bench don't pull it together, it's gonna be over for them boys. They got a very, very crucial game for tonight. They must win the game tonight. If not, it may be over for them.